चलते होते ऐसे सिर्फ ये
See, primarily the presentation methodology what we have planned is it will be a kind of informal information will be passing on to you, and as and when whatever pops up will be adding to it, and which will follow by questions, whatever you have or queries you have, we will be very happy to answer. So it is divided into 3 segments. Basically, why we are not playing bridge. That's the one part. The second part will be I will be giving you some basic information about related with bridge, and the third one will be how Bridge Pathshala can help you in developing this hobby subsequently. So why we are not playing bridge? Why you should play bridge? Basically, every human being is an intelligent human being. The only thing is how bridge plays a major role in our individual life. It sharpens our reflexes and it activates our intelligence. And once we become sharp, I mean, we are always aware of what is happening around us. Bridge is not only a great fun to play, but it's a big challenge because we are going to compete all the time against some different opponents.
सर एक मिनट से पॉज कर सर पॉज कर पॉज
So what's the anyway graded for
the beauty of this game is, unlike other sports, there is no age limit. Like other sports, for example, let's say cricket, tennis, soccer, anything, for that matter, badminton, there is an age limit. I mean, we can start pursuing this hobby at a certain age, and beyond 30, 33, maybe 36, there can be very few sportsmen who can pursue it up to the age of 40. But it's a very rare phenomenon. Unlike that, bridge, once you pick up this as a hobby, you can play forever till our last breath. And there is no age limit. I mean, a 12-year-old child can compete against an 85-year-old person. So here there is no physical sort of an interaction. You need to be fit enough, but it's a mental power what you are going to use to beat your opponents by adopting different strategies and various other things. It is one of the most inexpensive sports to learn. What we need is just one table, 4 chairs, and a pack of cards. That's it. Unlike other sports, the expenditure is so huge. And in case the table or chairs are not available, we can sit on the floor and even start playing cards. There are no dull moments because bridge is such a game. There is always a result is assured. I mean, I don't want to something like say anything against or something. For example, chess. But change the scenario is more often there will be draws. Actually, the percentage, if you look at it, almost 48 times there will be draws. Whereas in bridge, a result is assured. So that you are going to defeat somebody going to be a winner and somebody going to be a loser. And the biggest advantage of bridge is it will prevent you from getting Alzheimer's, which is a very common phenomenon in today's pressurizing world, because there is so much stress, competition, and various things. That it's a very common thing that we come across with so many people who are down with Alzheimer's. They are physically fit, but their mind is not working, forgetfulness, and all kinds of complications. But those who are playing bridge, so far we have not come across with any case who is down with Alzheimer's. And it's a great way to socialize and build our social networking. Bridge really is a very effective media for that. Next. Now there are some misconceptions about bridge. To begin with, everybody will start. Okay. There are couple of misconceptions. मैं गैर समूह या गैर फहमी जो हमें बोलते हैं ब्रिज के बारे में. The first thing will they will say, oh, ये ताश खेलते हैं और ताश खेलते हैं. Everybody starts relating, ये तो जुआ हो गया. जैसे ही ताश खेलना चालू करेंगे तो डायरेक्टली ये जुआ ही हो गया. ऐसा जो मिसकॉन्सेप्ट है ये टोटली गलत है. क्योंकि और अपने हमारे प्रेजेंटेशन में आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू कि और दूसरा और एक ये क्या है कि ये ओल्ड पीपल्स गेम विच इज नॉट सो. आजकल वर्ल्ड ब्रिज फेडरेशन जो हमारी पेरेंट बॉडी है जिसमें so you can move that. Just go back. There are so many world championships which are being held. Next month, there is going to be a world championship in Italy where India is going to send 24 young children who are going to participate in 4 different groups. There are 4 groups, 11 to 16. Under 21, under 26, and under 31. So India is sending a total squad of 24 young guys to Italy to compete in the world bridge. So it is not old man's game. It begins at the age of 10, and forever you are 90, still you will be able to play very efficiently and effectively. So there are some of the top people in the world, their testimonials. Mr. Bill Gates, सब लोग जानते ही होंगे बिल गेट्स को. माइक्रोसॉफ्ट अपना आजकल का जो सब कंप्यूटर्स एंड एवरीथिंग हुआ है रेवोल्यूशनरी. बिल गेट्स, ही इज क्रेजी अबाउट ब्रिज. उनको जब भी टाइम मिलता है तभी टाइम निकाल के जब भी बड़ी टूर्नामेंट्स होती है 1 या 2 दिन आके खेल के जाते हैं. उनका ब्रिज के साथ ही लव्स प्लेइंग ब्रिज. तो उनका जो ओपिनियन है, इट इज अ गेम यू कैन प्ले एट एनी एज. इफ यू टेक अप यंग, you can have fun doing it the rest of your life. A lot of games don't have that depth. This one does. This is what Bill Gates always said, and he really supports bridge because he himself is a very keen bridge player. The second one is Martina Navarathne. Have you heard her name? She used to be #1 top ranked tennis player in 70s. And She still is a very keen bridge player because tennis में जब भी बहुत stressful tournaments में ये रहता था, तो she used to play bridge, and that used to relax her and sort of a refresh her, so that was stress, how to avoid that. This is how she used to play bridge and get out of that stress. The third gentleman is investment guru, Mr. Warren Buffett, who was the richest man and who sort of really revolutionized the way of investing. His quote is one of the most interesting quotes. So he said, bridge is such a sensational game that he wouldn't mind going into the jail as long as he has 3 cellmates who know how to play bridge and they are willing to play bridge 24 hours. Look at the kind of a passion what he had. And the fourth one is famous actor Omar Sharif. He used to be a top actor in 60s. He was a very, very active bridge player. He himself used to participate regularly, and he tried to promote a lot of bridge, competitive bridge. And he visited several countries, taking top players to popularize it. These are some of the personalities from the from our India. Late J.R.D. Tata, the topmost industrialist, he was a keen bridge player. Our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, he also used to love playing bridge. The famous actor, Rishi Kapoor, Dilip Kumar, they also were players. Mr. Aziz Mirza, he is our very, very dear friend. He is a very active bridge player. Whenever he gets time, he comes and plays. He is the one who was responsible for introducing Shah Rukh Khan in the film industry. Then, topmost economist, Deepak Bhai Parekh, he is a very keen bridge player. Mr. Kiran Nadar, wife of Mr. Shiv Nadar, HCL Group, former Petroleum Minister Murli Devra, Chief Secretary Mr. Rajesh Mishra, and Mrs. Hema Devra, wife of Murli Devra, they are all very, very keen bridge players. So, you know, I mean, this passion, it's something like, I mean, they despite their work, heavy schedule and everything, they nurtured their passion. This is a typical, is it visible for all? Can you see? This is a typical view of a large bridge tournament. So many hundreds of players are sitting one table, I mean several tables. Is it visible clearly? So this is a typical picture of a big bridge tournament. Now let us see what are the advantages. Bridge and mental faculties, how it works. Bridge helps in improving your memory. It helps in improving your concentration. And with these two combination of this memory and concentration, what you gain is alertness of mind. And once you are alert all the time, what will happen? Your thinking, your analytical ability is going to enhance. It is going to go up. And once that goes up, you will start, your thinking will be very logical, your reasoning will be very accurate. And that will help you in what nothing but making a right decision. More often you will end up making right decisions. Several times in corporates or various levels, while you are operating some project, you are executing something, suddenly you find some difficulty. But this alertness and the analytical mind will always guide you how to change the track, whatever the difficulties are there, how to overcome them. So that is what that adaptability is going to be handy for you. Also, it helps you to understand the human psychology, human nature, and various elements of human things, and also helps you in socializing very well and building your network, which is going to be a very helpful sort of a treasure in your career. See, this is a picture of a typical bridge. There are 4 players sitting at one table, and that is how the table displayed, the cards are being displayed. What you need is, the minimum requirement is 1 table, 4 chairs, and a pack of cards. That's the minimum requirement to play bridge. And as I said, table and chairs are missing. You can sit on the floor and even. Can you just put this? There is a small clipping. This clipping was taken in the last World Championship, Youth World Championship.
And I'm going to make it warm up on spot. It's like the king of all games.
It's got everything in it. It's not just a game of logic or reasoning. It's a game of people understanding, of social, of reading the way a person thinks, you know, of frightening them when you want to win from them and threatening them and then cowering down. You know, it's using every part of one's personality to try and get the result that you need. So it's really incomparable.
Well, it's great to see so many young people playing bridge. I love bridge. Bridge helps you think. It's a game you can play your entire life and keep getting better and better. I think anybody who's good at bridge is going to be great at a lot of things. So I really encourage people to get involved, and I want to thank the people who put things together for juniors. They'll be thanking you the rest of their life because bridge is such a great sport.
Yeah, as I said, how keen Bill Gates is. Even he visited the Youth World Championships. This was just outside the hall of Youth World Championships, where he came and gave his quote. I mean, if you play bridge, you are bound to be a great player. That is what his comment was, which is a very soothing kind of a. I will just brief you how the whole thing works. This is WBF. WBF means World Bridge Federation is the main governing body worldwide. Globally, this is the governing body. And more than 100 countries are members of World Bridge Federation. And their job is to organize, their job is basically to lay down rules, make sure that everybody follows rules and everybody follows under the guidelines what are being prescribed. They hold different types of World Championships. Now, these are the World Championships which are listed: Bermuda Bowl, Bridge Olympiad, Open World Championships. These are all meant to be for the senior players. They have separate World Championships, which are World Junior Championship and World University Championship. They have 2 different events which they hold every year: are World Junior Championships and World University Championships. Can you just click on this? Yes. So this link will give us kind of a different categories which are covered. If you can't connect, I will just. No. As I said, for the youth, they have 4 categories: 11 to 16, under 21, under 26, and under 31. And for girls, up to 26, they can participate in any category, particularly girls. They can play up to 26 under any category. They want to play under 26 as girls, they can play as girls. They can play in the open event, like with boys, they can play in the open event. Boys cannot play in the girls category, but girls can play, they can mix up with the boys and they can play in the open category also. So for girls, under 26, they can play in any category. Yeah, next. See, bridge and internet goes well together. And how it happens is there are 2 ways. You play face to face. So all the World Championships or top events are played face to face. That is physically you have to be present at the venue. You have to sit at the table and you have to play. Whereas there are certain other events also which are played on the internet. So there are certain sites which are developed to play which are dedicated 24 hours for playing bridge, where you can not only play bridge, you can be taught also how to play bridge, or you can practice also with your partner, because it's a partnership game. So you can practice also over the internet. So you need not something like every time physically meet your partner. Partner can be somewhere else, you can be somewhere else, and you can keep practicing. So bridge learning will be always a fun, and it will be full of excitement. It's not boring, it's not very long narration or something. It's always very interesting, because there will be some kind of a theory, and based on that theory, there will be plenty of practical, so that you can really practice what is being taught a theory. You can, like, by means of playing those. So I just brief you what bridge is. Has anyone played cards? You play cards? Anything a trick making, like a asking those, ladies, bending on. Anybody plays these games? Because
Yes.
these are the something like a fundamental. It's a very similar thing. A trick taking game. Trick means hath. Marathi, what we call hath. No? So I'll just brief you what the game is. It is played by 4 players. It is played by 4 players. So always it is in the multiple of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. Like that. It is a game, it's a partnership game. So there are, since 4 are playing at the table, and it's a partnership game. That means there will be 2 partnerships involved at the table. Right? That means there are 2 sides, you and your partner, and 2 opponents who are partners of each other. Is this visible? This square? So you and your partner sit opposite to each other. That is how the opponents will sit opposite to each other. So geographically, how we will decide? Like a north, east, south, west. So since we are sitting opposite to each other, the north-south will become partner, and so does east and west are partner. This is played with 52 cards. There are 4 suits, it is played with 52 cards, no jokers. So the deal, when the cards are distributed, it is dealt clockwise, and each player gets 13 cards. Each player gets 13 cards. So next. So this is a trick taking game. Trick means हाथ बनाने का है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा, जो ज्यादा हाथ बनाएगा वो जीता है. So in the play of the card, a player plays a card, the next person plays, the third person plays, and the fourth person plays. Whoever has played the highest card, he wins the trick. मतलब उसका हाथ बना है, वैसा ही रूल है ना. आस्तीन या लैडीज या इस पे वैसा ही रूल है. So highest card wins the trick. और जिसका हाथ हुआ है, he gets the opportunity to play the card. So that is how we complete the deal. 13 tricks are played, and whoever has scored more tricks wins. If you don't have a card, there are 4 suits. If you don't have a card, you are allowed to discard whichever card you want. But if there is a trump suit, that means hukum. If you have a hukum, you can rub or काट सकते हैं उसको, and that is how you can win. But आपने अगर काटा, next person plays a higher trump, he wins the trick. So basically, whoever wins the higher card, he wins the trick. Ace is the highest card, followed by king, queen. So that is how that order of rank is. Ace, followed by king, followed by queen, followed by jack, followed by 10, and so on. Now this is played generally by 8 people, 8 players. So what happens? 4 are on one side, 4 are on the other side. So here, as I said, there is no gambling, and this is the pure skill. I will just explain you how that works. So what happens? Just I am giving you an example. There are 2 tables. So obviously, both the tables, the directions are going to be same directions will exist: north, east, south, west. On the table 1 as well as table 2. So what happens on table 1? There are 2 teams. So on table 1, team of A team sits north south. So their opponents will sit east west. And the other table, the B team will sit as north south. So that A team, other pair will sit as east west. So I just, there is a diagram. I will just, so on this table 1, you and your partner are sitting as north south. And your opponents are, opponent 1 pair 1 is sitting east west. And on the second table, opponent pair 2 is sitting north south, and your teammates are sitting east west. Are we clear? So what happens? When the cards are dealt, 13 cards are dealt, 52 cards are dealt, and those 52 cards are played here. The way, after playing, the way we collect tricks, no, after half banne ke baad we collect cards, no, we don't do that. We keep our card to ourselves. We don't mix up. And then, वो deal होने के बाद में, the same deal, same cards are been given here. There are no different cards. The same cards are given here. So what happens? After that, they have to also play with the same cards and perform. So these are equal opportunities we are giving. Next slide. So this is the typical bridge board where north, south, east, west, the cards are put up here, and after the deal, this board is given to the other table. And the same cards have been played. At one table, let us say, आपने 8 हाथ लगाए, but उधर ज़्यादा अच्छा करके 10 हाथ लगाए. So that means the second table has won because same opportunity, same card, आपके 8 ही ट्रिक बने, but उनके 10 ट्रिक बने. So that means they have played better. That is how you are compared. तो इसमें हम लोग कंप्लेन नहीं कर सकते कि मुझे अच्छे ताश ही नहीं है. जो मेरे पास और मेरे पार्टनर के पास जो ताश है वही मेरे अपोनेंट के पास है, और मेरे अपोनेंट के पास जो कार्ड्स है वही मेरे पार्टनर्स के पास है. तो ऐसे करके वी आर कंपेयर्ड, एंड दैट इज हाउ एवरी डील इज कंपेयर्ड. और अभी मैं 2 का एग्जांपल दिया. देयर कैन बी 16 टेबल्स, देयर कैन बी 20 टेबल्स. तो हमारी जो कंपैरिजन होती है वो पूरे फील्ड में होती है. So that is how there cannot be gambling. There cannot be a luck factor. It is a pure skill. How you encash the opportunities what are offered to you. And that is why that alertness, sharpness, how you are combining with partner is a very essential thing. The communication skill is very, very vital between you and your partner. So how Bridge Pathshala can help in this regard? See, this is the path actually what we have been there. Probably it will not be visible, but we begin with a basic knowledge how to play the game, and roughly it takes about 2 months to 3 months, depending upon how fast one can adopt. And then from there you can take up further, and you can start sort of playing at a local level or a family, friends. The next step becomes more training. You can start competing at a local level. Local level, you become better, you can start competing at a zonal level. From zonal level, your journey gets elevated with more sort of a practice, hard work to the state level. And from state level, once you are confident, comfortable, you can easily compete at a national level. And you do well, you have a good chance of getting selected in the Indian teams. There are 4 or 5 events every year. These World Championship events are organized. Federation, Bridge Federation is also trying to organize more and more tournaments for the students. so that they can get more and more practice, they get more exposure. That is how they can prepare themselves well. And once you get selected, again there are coaching camps, more efforts are to so that international events you can go and represent the country, which is a big pride. So there are various supports, how the whole thing can be supported. But I think here we are here to work out how our basic classes can be started. So that I think with Bharat Bhai and Madam we can discuss and really put forward how to organize. If you have any questions, I will be happy. Me and Mr. Doshi, all of us will be happy to answer your queries.
One point I like. In bridge, since one deal is paid for 6 to 7, 6-7 minutes में एक game खत्म होता है. So every new deal is a new challenge. So you keep on getting challenges after challenges when you pay 12 deals. That is what I wanted to add.
Yeah, you have 7 minutes to see. Every deal is a puzzle. Every deal is a puzzle. Like one deal, what we played with 13 cards, 52 cards. Once the deal is over, you have another deal to play. It's not that once when you play one board, that means the match is over. You play roughly 10 to 12 deals for which 1.5 hours time is given, and you have to solve that puzzle within 7 minutes. So every deal is a new challenge. And so you think my first 3 deals I did not perform well. You have further opportunities. So you are always going to plan where I have gone wrong, where I have gone wrong, how do I correct myself. So this is a great exercise. All the time it's going to keep you alert. You have any questions, or you want to prepare questions and ask us later? I mean, I hope what information I shared was adequate and
So very good morning to all the dignitaries, dear parents and students. Parents, यकीन मानिए कि एक दिन हमारे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट श्री भरत मारिया सर जी ने फोन किया और मुझे पूछा कि can we start this bridge in our school? मैंने बोला सर वो कार्ड्स का गेम है, पेरेंट्स क्या सोचेंगे, हम बच्चों को ताश खेलना सिखाते हैं. Yes, it was a fact because even I did not know much about bridge. But thank you sir so much that today you have actually informed us as to what is bridge और bridge के importance क्या है life में. आजकल के बच्चे क्या, इवन हम पेरेंट्स भी मोबाइल छोड़ते नहीं हैं. मोबाइल के बिना मतलब अगर मोबाइल को कुछ हो जाता है तो हमारा जी ऊपर नीचे होने लग जाता है. तो instead of wasting our time and energy in using the mobile apps, I think अगर बच्चे ये गेम खेलना सीखे तो जैसे सर ने बोला कि आपका मेमोरी, कंसंट्रेशन, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग, इस सब में काफी फर्क आ जाएगा एंड इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो ये मत समझिएगा कि हमारा स्कूल, ये जो पर्सनल एजुकेशन सोसाइटी है, आपके बच्चों को कुछ गलत मार्गदर्शन कर रहा है. इट इज फॉर द बेनिफिट नॉट ओनली ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स, पर अगर पेरेंट्स भी ये गेम सीखना चाहते हैं, खेलना चाहते हैं, तो डेफिनेटली वी विल गो अहेड विद some will work out for some workshops with bridge पाठशाला. पेरेंट्स आपको ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है ना कि गलत कुछ कर रहे हैं स्कूल में? I think as a child even we have played cards because उस जमाने में जब वैकेशन होता था तो हमारे पास कभी तो मोबाइल फोन का फैसिलिटी नहीं था, टेलीविजन नहीं था, रेडियो था पर इतना शौक नहीं था। पर छुट्टी होती थी तो हमने भी ये गेम्स खेले हैं, जैसे सर ने बोला कि लेडीज या तीन पांच खेल अभी याद नहीं है, बट इवन आई हैव प्लेड दोस गेम्स एज अ चाइल्ड। सो आई थिंक अगर हम कैरम खेल सकते हैं स्कूल में, हम चेस खेल सकते हैं स्कूल में, तो कार्ड्स क्यों नहीं खेल सकते हैं? सो on behalf of Cosmopolitan Education Society, we are really thankful to all the dignitaries from Bridge Pashala. We also thank our management members for organizing this workshop for the parents and for the students. So we'll definitely see to it that how we go ahead with this particular workshop and how we make it positive for both the parents as well as the students and also the teachers. Thank you parents कि आपने आपके busy schedule में भी आज आए, आप बैठे और आपने सुना. Thanks to my dear students. I know it was difficult to sit and hear for 1 hour, but it was something really interesting and we will make it interesting for you all. Thanks to all my teachers, those who made this event work. Mrs. Preeti, Mr. Srinivas, Mrs. Anita Chavan, Mrs. Anita Mr. Pramod. Without the support of my teachers, I know no event will be possible. So thank you so much for supporting this event. Sanjay sir, without him, we cannot have the photography. And of course, our computer person, Mr. Satish, thank you, because without you, this YouTube link, this is on the YouTube link. So parents, if you want to show it to some other friends, you can, we will send you the YouTube link and you can see the YouTube link, you can share the YouTube link. So once again, thank you so much for patiently hearing and sitting for an hour, patiently listening. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward. I'll be really happy to see that children get selected for the Indian team.
We will be happy if one of our child gets selected to go in international team.
Yes, for the Indian team. Indian team, yes.
12 from last week.
Yeah, in the 11 to 16 category, there are 4 children have been selected. One is from Bombay, his name is Pawan Goel. Second one is Tilak Raj, but unfortunately his father got transferred, so that family has moved to Calcutta. Then third girl is, she just picked up the game about 6 months ago, and she got selected in the Indian team. Sakshi Jahagirkar from Nasik, and the fourth boy is from Bangalore. So these are the 4 under 16 have been selected for the Indian team. So I mean, put efforts, the children can get selected to play for the country. It's a big, big honor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I really look forward to coming.
One thing I would like to say is the basic course we propose to start this year, which will consist of 30 lectures, and the token fee of ₹500 for the entire course has been kept for the students. So those who would like to join can pay to the school authorities ₹500 and enroll themselves for the course.
I think Pramod sir, students can discuss in a disciplined way. Parents, thank you so much.